Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Financial War Room today. Where we go to war on your taxes. Actually, we go to war for your finances. I'm sorry, man. We go to war on taxes by helping people minimize like that. Today, I got with me Miss Leticia Webster. She's going to talk with us a little bit about her situation that she had and the solution that she came up with. We here at MyEcon, a lot of people we don't understand that we have to have business ownership on the table. Business ownership has to be at least a viable option, because right now 67% of African American people who have a college degree are either unemployed, underemployed, or not even working in the field that they have. And another thing on top of that is we don't understand our credit. We just do not understand our credit. And this is happening to a lot of people. The top 1% of the people of the population, the 1%ers, their credit, is at a situation where, they can do what they want to do, but their finances are there too. But the average American person, the average American worker, we take our credit for granted. We even mess up our children's credit before they even get out. We'll put the phone bill in little Johnny's name. And by the time little Johnny goes to high school, goes to college, his credit is shot already, so we're putting them at a disadvantaged playing field out the gate. And we do it. We know we do it. We shouldn't do it, but we do. So we have a solution here with MyEcon for a lot of our economic problems. And we talk about Black economics and group economics. Group economics. We talk that a good game with that, but until we figure out actually what group economics is and how to combat and how to put together group economics, until we figure out how to bring our spending power together and create for ourselves, we will never get a grasp on group economics. But I'm having a hard time saying those words today. But right now, we're going to talk about our credit situations. All of us. How many people out here paying credit repair agencies $100, $150, $50, $80 a month? Well, we have a situation. We have a solution here with MyEcon. Well, once you open up your business with us, the Personal Financial Success Company, once you start your journey with us, we actually help you do that for free. Yes, I said free. While running your business, you can actually be able to do your credit for free. And I have with us, like I said, Miss Leticia Webster right here. She started her business with me a little over a month and a half ago. And she took advantage of what she has in her business. She came into this business and she saw the value. She saw what she needed to do, and she knew her situation. So she kind of took upon herself, to get into her website, get into her business, learn her business, and take advantage of what we have to offer. So with me here, I have Miss Leticia Webster. How you doing today, Miss Webster?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing more than amazing, just blessed beyond favor. So I understand that you started your business about a month and a half ago, maybe a couple of months ago. I can't really remember. But tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Leticia. I'm married. I have a total of 5 children. I've been in the healthcare field for over 20 years. My current occupation is I'm a phlebotomist. I work at a local hospital here in Ohio. So that's pretty much in a nutshell a little bit about me.
Okay, great. And you say you're a phlebotomist. How you like doing that?
I actually love it. I first started off being an STNA, and then I with lifting and stuff. So I wanted to decide to take on a little something else different because of the lift. So I educated myself and went for the training and became certified as a certified phlebotomist, and that's what I've been doing for the past 10 months now.
10 months now, man. Okay. Well, we definitely need y'all out there. Because I can't mess with people's blood. But somebody got to do it. Because if I need it, I need you there. Okay. So how did you hear about our organization? How did you hear about MyEcon? What kind of gravitated you over there? How did you hear about us?
I actually heard about you guys. I'd seen on Facebook, I believe I seen someone tell me about it, and I also had a cousin of mine that had was asking me, have I heard of a company called MyEcon? So weekend at her house, I went over to and she showed me a couple of videos, and I seen what they had to offer, and I was just like, okay, I'm in.
So it just made sense to you, huh?
Started.
It just made sense to you.
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
we call it my econ because it's your personal economy. And if, we always say, if you don't take a hold of your own economy, you'll be working for somebody else's economy,
Exactly.
so, so what, I mean, so I guess your reason, what, you saw the business, but what actually, did it for you? What said to you that, I really need to do this? Well, I mean, what went through business, what went through your mind from everything you were doing? You're obviously successful in your career, so what told you that, hey, I might need to look at a second source of income or something different? What got you to say yes?
Well, what got me to say yes, a, probably it's April 18th, which made a year, my husband had gotten real sick and he had to have a heart and kidney transplant.
Mm,
So he basically was not able to work. So he did get Social Security disability, but of course it's not, the income that
right.
he's used to having. So I had to find something else, a second stream of income that can help out with the bills, because I knew we still like to do a lifestyle of traveling. We, love to spend time with our family, and so I had to kind of figure out, I didn't want to really necessarily work a second job. I kind
Hmm.
of want to try to figure out something that made sense, and I looked at my econ, and I decided to go ahead and go with it.
So
It was
that was powerful.
a situation.
That was powerful because what I just heard you say is, and like many people right now, like many Americans, it became an emergency. It became, something that you said, hey, I must make a decision now to do something,
Exactly.
because what if happens if I lose my job? You say your husband got sick, and we're definitely going to keep your husband in our prayers like we have been, but what happens if you lost your job too? It becomes an emergency. There's a gentleman that I've heard about named Mr. Neil. I want to say Neil Gabriel. I can't remember his last name now, but he's an author, and he lives in the East Hamptons. And he did a report, and it says the average family, how long could you live off of, if an emergency came up, $400 emergency? Would you be, are you in the life, are you that family who $400 wouldn't hurt you? But over 47% of the people that they polled said if a $400 emergency came up right now, they wouldn't have the money to cover that emergency. $400 of liquid cash, they would not have the money to cover that. So we wait till it becomes an emergency to understand that, hey, we got to do something different, something
Right.
to bring to our house. And that's what the rich and wealthy people know. They know to have different streams of income. They know to have that passive and residual income coming in, just in case something happens to a job. They have, multiple streams of income coming in. So tell us a little bit about, when you came into the business. I guess you came in, fired up and focused on what you wanted to do. And it looks like, from what I've seen you've been posting, it looks like you came in specifically to get started on that credit situation, because I remember talking with you. You said you and your husband were, actively or ready to look for a home. You were tired of renting. How long have you been renting? How long have you been renting?
Ooh, I've been renting all my life.
Just giving money away.
Giving money away. In my current house, we live in a suburb area, and my current rent right now is $1,200 a month. I've been paying
Wow.
that over 4 years.
Mm.
Prior to that, I was paying $1,150. I was living there for 2 years, so I've paid a lot of money in rent. And at this point in my life, I'm like, okay, I've paid this man alone here over $60,000. Don't owe
Wow.
me.
$60,000 in rent. That could have
Just
been going towards your home ownership.
throwing it away, like, here you go.
Mm, mm, mm,
So
mm.
we definitely came to a conclusion that we definitely wanted to buy. And of course, with buying a home, the first thing is your credit.
Wow. Yes. Yes. That's the first thing out the gate that they look at.
Got to worry about credit before you got to worry about down payment.
That's
You got
right.
to
So,
about this credit first. You got to get past this hump first. Then you got to worry about a down payment.
right, right. So, tell me, what was your credit like? What kind of, give you don't have to tell us the scores, but
I
give us
can
the
tell.
ball.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm honest about mine. My score was at about a 551 when I first started.
Mm,
And as I had at that time at 551, I had applied for, at the credit union, just a small loan.
mm-hmm,
And of course, I was denied immediately.
mm.
So since then, you know, this November, I went from about 551 in my credit score. And as of November the 10th, my credit score was 642. So it went up over 100 points.
Wow, wow. And that was, that came from, I guess, I mean, how did you get it up like that? What did you do? Tell the people, what did you have to do to get that up?
All you have to do is pay attention to my econ. They will explain everything to you. I mean, that, you know, you're not alone doing it. It's right there. I mean, you can't miss it. Just follow the steps, and whatever they say you need to do it. And that's exactly what I did.
So that leads me to back, I always used to hear that saying, if you want to keep a secret from somebody, just put it in print because we're not going to read it. So you're saying it was all right there in print and in video telling you what to do.
Print, it's there in video, scenarios. I mean, if you don't take advantage of it, it's just on you. You have everything there that you should be able to take advantage of. It's plenty of scenarios, plenty of, ways and how to do things, and you just got to do it.
Wow. So it was a step-by-step process. And how long did it take you? How long did it take you to from start to now? When did you start doing yours?
When I first started it, I went through the videos and, I seen kind of what they had going on between working and taking care of my kids and stuff. And like I said, I got college students, so, getting her situated and stuff. Mm-hmm. I kind of sat on it a little bit. I still was kind of working at it, but, with my busy lifestyle, I kind of wasn't working as much as I should have been with it. But I finally just sat down and said, let me do this.
Uh-oh. Think we might have lost
call. But I've always been, my phone was ringing.
Okay.
But it like voiced it out. But
right.
I've always basically been a product, and I wanted to try things out before I actually did them.
Right.
So that's another reason why I wasn't promoting things right away, because I like to see how things are myself, and I like to get my own testimony
right.
of how it work. It's okay to use someone else's scenario or someone else's testimony, but it's even better when you have your own.
Right. I understand that. So now tell me now, since you've seen this 100-point increase in about a month and a half, I mean, how do you feel about the situation now? How do you feel about the business? What do you see for yourself in the future?
Oh, I feel great. It just really felt good for me when I got the call in November, because I work night shift. So I went on ahead and did the application. Online, and that morning I got up and I called and checked on it, and I'm like, she hadn't called me back right away, and I was like, oh God, I don't know if it's good or bad news at this point. But I'm like, oh. But when she finally did call me, after I called her like twice, and she said, every time I would call her, she said, Leticia, I know who it is. But it was just because I didn't know what to think. I was like, okay, I haven't heard anything. I didn't get a no yet, but
right.
What's the deal here? So she actually called me and told me that I was approved, and I needed to come in and fill out my loan papers, and she was going over all the terms and everything. I was just so excited and ecstatic, and I was just like, okay, I'm on my way. It was really a big deal. And at the time, I have a daughter at Wright State University, and she has tuition that I have to pay. So, it's about to be her second term, and all the tuition has to be paid before she can go on to schedule her classes for her next term. So I was kind of in a situation where, everything happened and fell into place. God had everything happen for a reason.
Right.
Like it was just like, it was something. So I did that. I went on ahead and did what I had to do with that. And like I said, since then, my phone's dying. Sorry. So I got to plug it in. So I'm moving around a little bit. But and since then, I did what I had to do. So basically, since then, I have not only gotten a 3,000. I applied for 5,000. But
Mm-hmm.
I got, she called me and said, well, I got good and bad news. She said, what do you want first? And I said, well, I'll take the bad news. And she said, okay. She said, well, I didn't get you the 5,000 that you applied for, but I did get you 3,000. So it's like of unsecured. And I was like,
Right.
okay, great. Like me? Like, so needless to say, I went in, we filled out our paperwork, went over all the documents. And since then, this would just happened on just November the 10th. Since then, I've been, she told me try to get a major credit card. So I went online through our back office. We have a program in there in the back. I believe it's called Self Lender.
Okay.
And it shows you basically what to do and how to do it as far as applying for credit. And you kind of like, you put your information in and they kind of let you know what you qualify for or what you, and it said, what is it? Capital One gold card unsecured. I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and apply for it. I'm getting such good news now. It ain't gonna hurt for me to try it.
Right.
Well, I
Right.
tried. Yeah. So I was just like, oh my God. So, I mean, just blessings have been bestowed upon me since then. You know, not only did I get a unsecured $3,000 limit, I also got a Capital One credit card that's unsecured. And I also took advantage of the self lender program and did the credit rebuilding program as well. So along with that, and along with my car note that I already had, I have my 3 of things that you need. So with that being said, I'm just gonna continue to do everything that I need to do on time so that I can get that score up to where it needs to be. So by the time next year rolls around, we'll definitely be able to get low interest and have that credit shoot right up. So that's the plan.
Right. That's what it's all about. So you went from a 540, from a 560 something to a 640 something, you said?
I believe it was like 551 or 551 or something like that. Right. And now it was, as of the 10th, it was 641 or 642 is what, and that was after they did the hit. Because once you apply for the credit, it's a hard hit because it was a loan that I got approved for. So my score was more than that. That's just what I got when she got the results. It's probably, you know, so that's basically how that happened.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, listen, Leticia, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the information. Hopefully, you know, you've encouraged and helped some people out here, because a lot of people don't understand their credit. A lot of people think that they have to actually sign up for a credit company, pay $50, $75, $100 a month to get their credit done. And I try to let people understand that it's when you do that, it's a membership. You know, you're actually paying someone that money every month to do a membership for them. So it's not like, with my econ, you get it done, you do it yourself. So, you're doing it all in one shot. You're not taking a month, 6 months, a year to get it done. You're doing it yourself. So you're not paying that monthly membership. So that's what we like here. So once again, Leticia, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving your testimony. I applaud you. I mean, that was wonderful. Just keep going, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Leticia. We'll see you soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.